live. Stream.
Well, I'll see about that.
Boop.
Hey, we're live.
Yeah. Cam Howdy 91, howdy folks, K&A Creations, Retro Goodness, TJ the Hobo Painter, good evening. So are the flexible blades still flexible, or do they just end up bending more permanently? No, they seem to always return to neutral. I think if you folded it, it would probably stay kinked. But I'd say you got a good, like, 90 degrees. Like a badoo. Bidets, Crothmel, hi there, Gears, Goongas, Lorcan, Rodion, yo. Is that like Rodion, like the Star Wars Rodions, like the alien species, like the one that Greedo is? I'll take your sounds as confirmation.
Probably.
You did the Ho Painter. Curious, it looked like it was going to snap at any moment. Yeah, I definitely don't think it would snap. I bet it's made out of a softer metal.
Yeah, I got to play with it too. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it would snap.
Yeah.
It looks and feels weird though.
It does. It really does. Lurkin Rodion. It's Irish, bro. A likely story. Kick the Bandit, woohoo! Gears J on his way to paint a model better than anyone can in 45 minutes just to take 15 more streams on the same model. Exactly. You nailed it.
TJ the Hobo Painter, Nick proof, so A-OK. Exactly. You don't want to believe anything that Jay says.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll confirm or deny.
Mega Meowster 3535, which Imperial Knight is the best? I like the Canis Rex because that's the best value box, I think. I think it gives you all the sprues you would need to build any of the Knight loadouts. So yeah, the Knight Canis Rex.
There you go, folks.
Cam91, I just ordered the speed paint set. Looking forward to trying it in 2 weeks. Nice.
Speed paint.
I like it. It's good stuff. I used the reactivation to good effect last stream.
Hot damn. Joe Dresselhouse, which assassin is the best?
I like the
Vindicar.
I like the Vindicar. I think I like the Caluxus, the Shapeshifter.
Ooh,
I like that one a lot. I think they should repackage all 4 assassins into one box for a reasonable amount of money. I think they charge like, I think it's $30 a piece. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong. I remember it was a lot though. They're regular human size, so they're tiny. 35. Oh my god! And that's the oh no, I was wrong. The Calidus, the Caluxus is the crazy psyker guy. The Calidus, they charge a little less for the lady, and then everyone else is $38. That's outrageous. I have the Caluxus. It's tiny. It's so little. 35. I think, you know what? If you put all 4 of them together and sell it for $50, I still think that's too much, but I think that's reasonable. That's Games Workshop reasonable.
Yeah.
30. They must be popular.
Yeah, they must be. Or they're really not, and that's why they're expensive.
Yeah. I like
no
the
one
Calidus.
buys these. I have no idea. I have no idea why.
Honestly, I would just get the Age of Sigmar Assassin model. That's $27, which is still too much. And then just do maybe a little kit bash. Capes are cool. Ooh, the Death Cult Assassins, I think they might still be metal models. Those would be easy enough to convert into a Calidus or Caluxus. It'd be harder with the Vinikar and Eviscer because you don't have the guns.
Actually, I'll just 3D print everything.
You know what? Not a bad option. I think Spiky Bits has collabed with somebody to make some cool assassins. Although I think they're a little too busy, and I would love to see some actual prints, because the renderings look like they're too much. Do you remember, like, way back, do you remember you printed a Space Marine Emperor's Champion?
Yes.
And it was loaded with model with detail that was all kind of shallow and too fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that was That was a while ago. I would love to try to print that again on the new printer. Just because you can get you can get a lot sharper detail with it. I wonder if that printer I was working with is really soft too. I wonder if both of those things are the problem. But it's still too thin. I think that's the problem too, because I think that guy used to do like real 3D art, and you gotta think like a model maker, where things gotta be a little thicker.
A little thick.
A little thicker. Like, even if it doesn't make any sense proportionally, you kind of have to give it a little thickness.
Real models have curves.
Exactly. It's my motto. Go mitch yourself. Any good realistic ruin bases STLs out there?
I know that Epic Basing just put out some good rubble bits.
Yep.
I don't know about whole bases, but if you want
I
some
don't think
bits.
I don't think we're big fans of just full bases.
No, it's hard because, like, what if you want to put the foot right on a little rock that you wish wasn't there?
Yeah. So that's our problem. Although people will just say that we're shills for epic basing, and
That
that's
is true,
what it
which is also true.
But yeah, which is also not wrong, but
One thing I would say for Army Painter speed paints, I wish they were a little bit less gooey.
I've had that critique myself.
Yeah, sometimes the goo factor, it's hard to be super as precise as I'd want to be. I haven't, and the thinning stuff is also gooey. But maybe I just got to get used to it, because I kind of wish it was behaving exactly like regular paint, and it isn't regular paint.
Right, it's goo.
It's goo.
Goo paint.
It's Goober Town hobby paint.
I get it.
True Sprue, what good camera lens for macro shooting minis and streaming?
Don't know.
No. The best camera for streaming. This little Logitech Brio webcam, phenomenal. The only way I'm comfortable painting minis is on stream. It's actually nice. It's I have it scooched right out of my eye line, and that is actually really nice. I would love to talk to Travarian, because he always talks about how streaming on camera is hard and uncomfortable, and I would love to maybe like get his opinion on this setup, because I think this setup is awesome. It's basically the same as painting normally. I also like to talk to Trevarian because he's cool.
Maybe one day. If you eat all your vegetables, you'll get to. No promises, though. Aquino Canones. Oh, neat. Chaplain.
Kinda. No, this is a different black armored space guy with a skull helmet and bone details and a big gun and a banner. A totally different thing. Just featured Farron. I'm on the last 6 bike marines left for my army. Can't wait to finish them so they can die horribly in my incompetent leadership. I remember in high school, somebody paid me a bunch of money to paint their saxophone. I painted like a starscape on it, and I took the money he paid me that day and went to Games Workshop, and I bought 6 bikers and an attack bike.
Amazing.
DJ the Hobo Painter, what was the deadline for kit bashing things? For the kit bashing thing. So far, I've had setbacks.
I don't remember. It says it in the Discord. Let me see. May 22nd. So, you got some time.
DK's 3D Prints. Remember, folks, show some support and hit that thumbs down. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. And check out the merchandise. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel.
Candy Creation. So, Nick, what's the dislike count? Geez, do I have to look up everything? Let me do it. Let's see. I am curious. Most people don't dislike anymore because it's not as fun because you can't see what it is.
I wonder if liking has gone down too, because it's not like there's not the yin yang of dislike and like.
Right. Let's see. 13 dislikes. 9 likes. Flipping a dude at 88. That's it. I'm liking the stream.
Oh no!
Zach Agnew. I've gotten into painting recently, and your vids are a great deal of help.
Awesome. That's what they're there for. That and to get us a MeUndies sponsorship. Hasn't happened yet, but...
Hasn't happened, but it will. Yeah, right when we get a MeUndies sponsorship, no more videos. We've reached peak. We're done.
Mega Meowster 3535. I have the extra thin cement. What do I use Tamiya extra thick cement for? I use extra thick cement whenever the connection point is not completely perfect, because it adds goo, and then that goo dries, and so you've got just extra material there. Like if I wanted to glue something to this guy, and it was made of plastic. Like if I wanted to glue like a little shield in his armpit, I would and I'd have nowhere to glue it to. It would have maybe a little bit of connection on his shoulder and on his bicep. But if I used extra thick cement, I could just fill that area in with goo and then shove the shoulder pad on, or the shield. Again, I feel a pretty obvious mold line on that shuriken cannon. Yeah, but once I paint it, it'll go away.
You have a mold line.
I do. Eccentric line. Good evening, EOB. It's been a bit, but I am grateful for the consistent content.
Oh yeah, we're the most consistent in the biz.
We are. Holy moly. by a mile.
Yep.
By a country mile. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then on Saturdays for our patrons.
Oh yeah. Now, I'm not saying that, we're better than everyone, but, I mean, make more videos. Flipnote Dude at 88. So y'all live streaming the Shill Fest next week? I mean Warhammer Fest?
Not live streaming, but I'm going to be in on our Discord, the live chat thing.
Do we know? Do we know what time it is?
I don't know.
That's
It's the same as before, because I think it was like 11 or 12
at night.
Yeah.
Because I think that was a special thing because I was in Las Vegas.
Well, we'll see. Maybe not then.
Because I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Because it's kind of like, remember they did it like a similar thing with Adepticon, and it was at 9 p.m. our time.
Then no. I guess we'll be streaming.
Right. Well, I'm saying that it might be different because they're in the
Yeah.
UK doing UK things. And they're like 6 hours away from us.
Chick Dog, Shilbo Baggins. Gears, I got the new Skinny Games Workshop paint handle, and I don't mind it. Still don't understand who though they're right would get the extra large paint handle. It looks like it would snap just holding a dreadnought. Yeah, I mean, people don't hold big models like that with a knob under the base.
All right, do you want to hear my conspiracy theory? They're selling that to people that don't know any better.
Yeah.
You know, you're a noob. You walk into the game store, and they sell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you buy because you're like, yeah, I bet you that's helpful. Not realizing it's a horrible decision.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. That's my conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, clearly they made it so that their handle can fit anything on top. And they just built another thing to go on top.
Yep.
Go, Mitch, yourself. Do you guys have Reaper miniature paint range? I have a bunch of Reaper paints. I don't know how I feel about them. I feel like I don't like them. I don't really like really watery paints. I like gooey paints. Even though just to complain about the gooiness of army paint or speed paint. Like, I like a gooey paint so that I can thin it to the exact consistency I want. Where I feel like Pro Acryl is pretty much exactly right in their wateriness, but I'm still not a huge fan. And then Reaper is pretty watery. But I think if you really figure out how to use Reaper paints, it's probably nice to have the paints sort of pre-thinned, although I think you're always going to thin it a little more just for whatever you want to do.
VG95. Jay, I have to wait on Games Workshop customer service to get back to me why they semi-acknowledged not sending me $185 of product, but it's not giving me information of what happened / no sign of refund.
I would say keep on them.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe daily emails. And then in your emails, ask questions that they have to answer. Yeah, sometimes if you just leave it open-ended, then they'll also leave you open-ended.
Kind of sounds kind of hot, honestly. Haven't been open-ended in a while.
I remember I got a fine cast model that may have had a little bit of mold slippage that I wasn't happy with. And so I took a picture of the mold slippage in the most egregious lighting possible. And then when I sent them an email, I said, I cannot fix this. To kind of hedge them off just in case they were going to say, well, you could probably sand it a little. Yeah. Didn't even leave it, just to cut them off.
Yeah. Let's just say if I was Games Workshop, I'd give you the big old FU.
They should have. I got the part.
Yep.
To consider prints. If you're using a DSLR, then get a reverse lens to flip your standard lens and turn it into a macro lens. I've seen videos about that. It seems pretty wild. I would love to see somebody shoot models with that, because I've seen people film bugs and grains of sand.
Yeah.
But
The problem is with those lenses, you need a lot of light.
mm,
And it's really hard to get a lot of light because your model's right there.
mm.
So, yeah. It's all about finding that comfortable position, I think,
Mm-hmm.
more than anything. Also, having cameras that aren't as old as the ones that we use,
Yeah.
that could help. That could help a lot. Jeez Louise.
Cthulhu 73. MAUGAN Ra's $90.
I get it.
Kaleo, what do you think about Rivenstone? Don't know what that is.
Yeah, but what do you think about it?
Love it. Can't get enough of it.
James Cameron Clark. Lord help me, I'm still tempted by the Necromunda box, even with that price.
I think they're actually. I heard this from the same rumor that I heard about the price, that they're going to be releasing all of the box contents separately at the same time for pre-order.
Oh my god.
So maybe you can just get what you want, and you don't have to buy an extra $100 of tokens and a piece of cardboard that's yellowish.
I wonder if they were like, yeah, we may have gone too far.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I would say that limit is $200. It really can't be much more than that. Else it's, I don't know, it's pretty difficult to justify.
Zach Agnew, I've gotten into painting recently, and your vids are a great deal of help. Jake Dog, I hear Nick fart. I heard it too.
You want to hear a secret?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. These are really clever streams.
They
They're
are.
very smart.
Wargame Ramble, did the new release of the MAUGAN Ra inspire you to paint the old one? This happened to me when the latest Blood Bowl released that ended up making me just want to paint my old 3rd edition box. A little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think what really inspired it was me selling my Eldar and finding it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know I had that model.
Something to do, 88. Goo is good.
Goo gone.
I can't believe EOB wants sponsorships in addition to the Games Workshop NDA. Shills can't stop shilling.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep shilling.
The Lord of All Ducks, can anyone give me any tips for basing 6 to 8mm miniatures? I'm a bit unsure how to convey scale. I've only got access to texture paints and some rocks from my yard.
It's a good question.
I don't know. I know Uncle Adam a million years ago, he made a video about how he likes to use super glue and baking soda, which does give you like some super fine grains, but I've had weird things happen with my old baking soda bases where like they get fuzzy and white, or like little beads of like trapped baking soda will come up through the painted stuff. Maybe like talcum powder or like ground up chalk, although that's probably not going to absorb super glue, but maybe you can put it on top of normal glue. I think you got to use something that is kind of within your scale, because yeah, a grain of sand next to a 6 to 8mm miniature is probably going to be like a rock.
Right.
Hello, J-Nick. How's your horrendous night? Currently working on my model for the challenge, and whoever decides to make yellow the second hardest color to paint needs to be crucified.
I agree.
Brother Swordsman, most of my intercessors have Templar cross shoulders, crosses sculpted on the shoulder pads. Where do you get them or make them? Games Workshop sells the Black Templar shoulder pads in kind of an expensive box. You can also, I use decals, which they don't make anymore, but there's a billions floating around because they used to come with all Space Marine things. And so I just asked if I could buy anyone's on the Facebook Marketplace. And somebody sold me their whole collection, and so now I have like 2,000.
It's just enough, you think?
Just
Probably.
enough, yeah.
Centric Lion. Paprika for fine grains. That's what we use on our movie sets.
Interesting. Paprika. It'll smell nice, too.
Mm-hmm.
Unit 5, my order history shows they didn't ship 2 things out of the list of what they did ship, but no information regarding the issue. I don't know if I'll get it or not, but I'm still charged for the whole order. Oh no, yeah, send them daily emails, make demands.
Oh yeah. When they didn't ship out my Aeronautica, I really Karen'd them up.
Absolutely.
And you know what? They shipped it. I was like, "Do you know who I am?" That's what I said. And they're like, "No." we shipped it out, so.
And then you're like, I am, and Nick is also here.
Exactly. Do you know who I am? I am here as well.
Working Ramble. I ordered the models. I ordered 3 models from Forward Drilled. After 30 days, one showed up in a giant box. I emailed them to see if it was a screw-up, and they said it was totally on purpose before shipping the others. Definitely on purpose.
Weird.
I remember I had the weirdest thing happen to me. The only time I've ever bought from, what's the online seller that everybody loves? Like Main Hobbies? Or
Michigan Toy
Soldier. I had the weirdest experience of all time. I placed an order, and then a few days later I got an email saying, hey, we don't have this one thing. We might get it soonish. Do you want to just wait? And I said, sure, I'll just wait. And I logged onto my account, and my account said that I was some guy in Canada. And I emailed them, and I'm like, this is what I see when I log in. This is not me.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, we will get someone to work on that. And they never did.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
The guy in Canada was buying Infinity stuff. Rumor has that to this day, I'm still logged on to that guy's account on Michigan Toy Soldier.
It is pretty insane. I mean, you should buy stuff.
Well, I don't think I don't have his any information like that.
Oh, it's saved.
Mortis Angelica, thanks for the video about those bendy X-Acto blades. I'm going to stick with my Tamiya Photo Etch Saw. Interesting. I've been wanting to try those out. I think they could be nice. The only problem is it looks like they're a little delicate, and I'm not a delicate person. Usually I go for like the big hobby saws, and I just shh, and it ends up and it doesn't work out.
Right.
Mr. Highman Canada 2, how simple should a tabletop game system be? I think it should be simple. I think they should take into account
Hot take.
fun. Rules aren't necessarily fun. You need enough rules for the game to be like a challenge, but you don't need enough rules for it to take forever.
Yes. Yep. I feel like that's also what people are realizing too. What game companies are realizing is it's got to be a little bit more simpler because people don't have the time anymore, or they're not willing
No, yeah.
to have the time to do all the bullshit. Like 6th edition and 7th edition, especially 7th edition.
Holy cow. Zach Agnew, any brush recommendations? Yes, I absolutely love Rosemary & Co. Synthetic Series 313 Size 3. That is my go-to brush for everything. Except for it's not my go-to brush for everything. For most of my painting, I actually use cheapy, crappy Walmart brushes. And then when I need to do some fine detail work, I break out the Rosemary & Co. Synthetic Series 313. Size 3. Tab Tarbell, nice work as always, Jay. Random question: if you were to do a completely custom Imperial Guard army, what would your theme be? I don't know if I'm good at coming up with a completely new thing. I think I would like to do Maccabian Janissaries. They've never had models, but I think they're kind of neat. They're like spooky, scary guard.
Yeah, that feels right up your alley. Spooky, scary guard.
They all wear like creepy like steel masks.
Right, because that's what you do in your free time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that kind of works. Interesting.
Spooky, scary guardsmen send shivers down your spine.
Foo Mark. Got a question for both our esteemed hosts. What's your favorite 40k centerpiece models?
God. I might have done a top 10 on this, or top 5 on this.
I don't think so.
I don't know, maybe. I should.
Not 40k. We did the centerpieces for Age of Sigmar.
Oh, we did! 40k doesn't have a ton of centerpiece models. Yeah, Stomp is pretty good. I like the Land Raider, but I like the Land Raider I made, where it has like a giant building on the back of it. Are there any other really big? I guess the Void Dragon, although hot take, I don't really like the Void Dragon. It's a cool model, but it doesn't feel Necron-y to me. It feels a little Ben 10.
Yeah. I think the Stomp is a great one. I'm trying to think of other ones.
I like the new Necron monolith. I think it's just a flat upgrade of the old one, and it's big.
Ooh, flipping at 88. Bellicor.
Yeah, Bellicor's awesome. I love Bellicor. Ryan Fitt. Might I suggest hostages? That is a great way to turn these customer service experiences in your way.
Yep. Tickets and events. Nick, did you try the prints yet? I am in the middle of it. I tried some prints last night. They went perfectly, literally perfectly. And so I'm setting up some more stuff actually right now. And way quicker. I had a print that took 28 hours or whatever and then failed. Sucked. But no, it looks like that problem has been solved. But we'll see. I'm in the one I have printing right now. And it looks like it's good, but you never know. I've had it where literally the outside of the model prints perfectly. So when you look in there, it's like, oh my god, it's so awesome. This is going to be great. And then when you take it out and you're like, oh, the whole middle section of it didn't print. Whoopsies. Coffee and pistachios tips. Thanks again for the hours of relaxing content. Also, Raw is looking sweet.
Thank you. I've never heard our content described as relaxing.
Well, I think we kind of have, maybe with different words.
Mm-hmm.
Because people, the people like the models of memories. It's like
that's
it's
true.
like hearing your friend chatting about stuff.
Yeah, a little chitty chat. Little chitty chat.
Right. And the best is when you say something that everybody else was thinking. Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, I thought that. New World Empire is the Patreon terrain meant for filament or resin printers. The vast majority of it is meant for filament. You might have some problems with the resin because some of the pieces are really big. It depends. And I've done this once, and maybe I could do it again. If you have something that you want to be in resin, I could maybe make it easier to print. I did that with somebody with the stronghold. They wanted to print the stronghold out of resin, and I did a little finagling for them. You gotta let me know. And then some prints that's both. Like it's either or. You could print them in the filament or the resin, and then some. I have some like the ones I'm working on for this month still. There's some filament components, and then if you want extra details, you can print those details in resin. Options.
Champ Styles. Apparently, the Revel Snap Tight A-Wing is very close in Legion scale, even with the pilots. I'm not a big fan anymore of toy ship terrain because of the space they take up, but these are a great size. I could see that. A-Wings are really little.
They're little.
Zog1 of Albania. Have you ever seen the special holiday home screen art on Warhampedia? I didn't know there was art on Warhampedia. I guess they have the fake Wikipedia sphere, but it's like a 40k one.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Tara asks Spleen. Give the resin printer some love. You know what? You might get that very, very soon.
Fumark, are your attempts to manipulate you both into making more model review videos working? Asking for a friend. A lot of the models, we don't buy that many models.
It's true. It's only like I mean, Knackman technically is kind of a model review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess you could say that the Adepticon was almost the Adepticon haul video was almost a model review, kind of.
The only channel I can think of that does model reviews is a channel called Super Saiyan, where he literally buys every model Games Workshop makes, and then is like, here it is. I'm going to go put it together. Here it is put together.
What a nerd. Dull Jellyfish, any thoughts on the best choice kill team for a newbie?
Space Marines. They're nice and simple. They're nice and easy. It's all of them are one box teams. 1 box of Incursor Space Marines will make a pretty good kill team.
SRB Drums, is MAUGAN gonna live on this tiny base or get a bigger one?
He'll probably get a bigger one. I think the new MAUGAN is on a 32, maybe even a 40. I have to look at him again. Evan Atlas, how do you feel about the squats only having 5 inches of movement? I think that's normal for not Space Marines or Eldar. And I think that's fine. They got littler legs. New World Empire, the 6 Marine change has ruined me. I can't make teams of 5 Marines anymore. It does make that a little less convenient, but it does make. I feel like it does make them a lot better. I still can't wait for them to actually do something with Space Marines, though. I can't believe it's been so long before the Space Marines get everything, like always.
Constantino's best kill team is Oops, all bomb squigs.
Nah.
If only.
Hmm.
Gears. My washing machine broke today, of course. I only found this out after my cat vomited on my sheets. A day off of work plus a couple hundreds shy of a new washer. I got the part fixed, so many hobby dollars gone.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
It happens.
Oh yeah.
I remember I had an experience a little like that, although luckily my washing machine wasn't broken. But my dog peed on me while I was asleep. I was so mad. Sometimes I let my dog sleep in my bed. I know that's like bad pet management or whatever, but I don't care. My dogs are there to make me feel happier. That's their purpose in life. And so, but my dog, she has diabetes, and so sometimes it's hard for her to hold it. And so she was in the bed with me, and so she peed on me.
Did you wake up in warmth?
Yeah, I woke up when she did it. I was mad. And so I had to clean everything.
Yeah, and then you had to pee on the spot that she peed on to assert dominance. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
New World Empire. Aggressors and kill team when? Probably never. Aggressors don't really fit as infantry, and kill teams that would consist of fewer than like 4 or 5 models probably would play terribly, even if they were very good. Evan Atlas. Commissars and kill team when? Probably never, but you could always just use a commissar model as your Imperial Guard Sergeant model, because it has a power weapon and pistol, and that's the same loadout. Turask Spleen. I've been wanting to get into kill team. Supposedly, it's really good. I think it's really good. I think it's the best Games Workshop game they make, and I've only played some of them, so I'm right.
Hell yeah.
Fumark. Hive Tyrant and kill team when? I think it's coming.
Yeah, that one's for certain.
Yeah.
That one's going to happen.
Professor Cabbage. Centurions and kill team.
Flipping a dude at 88. If you got freaking Harlequins, you can do Incubi. I agree. Mainly because I like Incubi.
Incubi are cool.
I have a bunch of metal ones. VJ95 tips. Poor Jay. Give the dog some love now. The dog's purpose in life is to make me happy.
I mean, they don't hunt. They don't guard
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah. They lay down a lot. That's something that they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good at that. They bark a lot at Sean.
They do.
It's kind of crazy. Because, like, they only, like, kind of bark at me when I get there. And then they stop.
And really, they just bark at the door.
Right. So it's kind of weird. Mark, doggo stream when?
I mean, it would just be a picture of them not moving, sleeping in their beds. Roy Grapp, hell yeah! First time watching one of your streams. Kick the ban out. I just want to replace 2 Space Marines with the Terminator. You know, I could maybe see that happening one day, but I don't know. I wouldn't count on it though. It seems like they've so far been avoiding bringing kind of more elite heavy units to Kill Team, which I think is fine because it probably makes the game a lot easier to balance. Because I know last version of Kill Team, a lot of Space Marine players really loved buying multiple $50 boxes to use one model from it. And they were very upset when they no longer had to buy multiple $50 boxes to make a Kill Team. New World Empire, does that mean Terminators won't make it to Kill Team? I was thinking of getting Rise of the Orcs because the squad looks fun to paint. What is Rise of the Orcs?
I have no idea.
Space Marine Adventures, Rise of the Orcs board game. Huh. What is this? Oh, it comes with the Space Marine Heroes Series 2 Terminator models. That's a good way to get those models. Depending on how much this game costs, but some of those are kind of sought after. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with Flag Guy.
What's the point?
Flag Guy is the best guy.
I bet it's really cheap. I bet it's almost free. That's usually the Games Workshop prices.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Space. Barnes and Nobles. Ooh, $44.99. I think that might be cheaper than Terminators. By $5 or something. Does it make sense though? Because I don't know. I think you can take the flamethrower and the assault cannon or the cyclone missile launcher. I don't think you can also take the assault cannon in the same squad. Oh yeah, and then you also can't mix the storm shield and power thunderhammer. Yeah, so you're kind of getting random Terminator models that wouldn't fit perfectly. You know what? I think if you wanted 2 squads of Terminators though, this might not be 2 squads of Terminators and a Terminator, a Space Marine captain and Terminator armor. Probably be not a bad pickup. Mark, Pupper, Sleepy Team, go! Let's go! Kevin, how do you know one? I really hope the Kill Team announcement isn't just, hey, here's a release schedule. That's probably what it's going to be, although they don't usually do release schedules for things. Usually it's just like, hey, we just made this new model. And then a few months later, they're like, hey, we're going to sell you that model we showed off a while ago.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess they kind of did a release schedule with Kill Team where they said every quarter there's going to be a box.
That's true.
But it's too early, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't love the teasing and then waiting months. It's makes you kind of forget what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes a model will go up for pre-order, and I'm like, didn't they already sell that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, they showed it off a few weeks ago.
Like I know that the Orc Codex is out, but I don't know. Is it really? Like I don't remember it coming out. I know that it is, but is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's better than the 2014, 15, 16, 17 way of doing things, where it was literally just pre-order this model, just out of the blue.
Yeah. And like I was trying to think of like remember there was Orctober in like 2014?
Yeah.
Or 2015? How did we know that it was going to be an Orc release every week? Did they say? Was there an email?
I don't know. It might have been an email.
Might have been an email.
It might have been on the. It might have been. Maybe it was on like the banner of Games Workshop's website.
Could have been. Yeah, because they didn't have Warhammer Community at that time.
Yeah.
Evan Atlas, instant gratification, please. Exactly. Or at least just, I don't know. 'Cause I remember there was the Slogoth, and they teased it on Dominion Day, and I was like, damn, that is a fun model. I love it. I'm gonna buy it. And then it came out like 2 months later, and I was like, oh, I don't, great. Captain 191. You mean you don't like getting edged by Games Workshop? Exactly. That's my critique. Don't edge me, Games Workshop.
Fumark, if Games Workshop re-released an old box game, what would it be and why? Space Hulk, and I want the KAT. Oh yeah, the cat model.
Yeah.
I love the cat. I still have one. I was thinking about that would make a really funny Golden Demon entry. But
I would.
If you really look at it, it looks really bad. I don't know what old box. There's been some good ones. The Sultan Black Reach. What was the Space Marine Tyranid one? Devastation of Baal? Battle from a Crag. That was the Space Marine versus Tyranid one. That one was pretty good. Mortis Angelica, my first time using inks, and it's the best white I have ever painted with. Why did I wait so long? Interesting. You know, I don't think I've ever tried to paint with white ink. I've used it a lot in my airbrushes. I'm actually out right now. I need to get more.
Did you just spill it all over the place?
I used it all up.
Oh, that's what I did. I spilled my white ink. Brian Garber, have you gotten a chance to play more Malifaux?
No. Want to, though.
Love to.
For some reason, yeah, I would. For some reason, I would much rather play games than work. But sometimes you gotta work.
Sometimes you gotta work. We just haven't been able to get a game in
No.
for weeks and weeks now. It's pretty insane.
Dig is your adventure, remember, folks. Show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. And check out the merchandise. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Lord of Ash, the bone site looks fresh, like it was ripped out of a corpse. Yeah. This is 100% speed paint. I think tomorrow I'll probably start to add real acrylics. But I think this looks really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
For just Army Painter speed paint. Nicholas HAS. Friendly local game store is running a painting challenge soon. I know that I wouldn't win. I'd probably even come in last, but would it be worth it just for the learning experience? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Enter it every single time they do it and eventually win it. And then always win it.
Right.
So that they have to stop doing it. Because they know you'll win.
Boom. There you go. Brian Garber, follow up, quit your jobs. Well, then we won't make videos anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Madden, is that old MAUGAN Raw a Finecast model?
Nah, this is a metal. This is metal. This is old school.
Hell yeah.
It's legit. Look at that. Look at how cool it is. I used the Army Painter speed paint to get a really nice gradient, and then I just wiped it off with a skull.
Actually, that's a defect of the paint. VG95, tuck me in, Nick. I gotcha.
The Army Painter speed paint I put on yesterday doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So it seems like it dries, it fully dries in about a day. If you want to mess around with it, I think you kind of got to mess around with it. Like the second it has dried the first time.
And speaking of being dry, it's 10 o'clock.
Ooh. Boom. Damn, this guy might be quick.
Hell yeah. Well, we had a video already out on Monday, so make sure you go watch that if you haven't already. We also have videos coming out on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. But that Saturday one's a Patreon exclusive episode. We also have our Patreon live stream after the normal live stream on Friday, where you can actually call in and chat with us on Discord if you're a Patreon member. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.